This video is part one of a series of videos where we will create a Stirling engine like this one, and we will use the tools that we already have used so far, and we will focus on the idea how to work with IRONCAD. You make first a rough sketch and then adjust the parts along the way. So I will begin by closing this scene and then start a new one. And then I will drag an extrude shape, drop it here. Then I go to IntelliShape level and I will right click on this height handle, choose Edit Size Box, and the selected value is the selected handle. So here I type 50 and the width will also be 50 so that we will have a cube of 50 by 50 by 50. Then I click OK. I will also select another camera angle. I press I on the keyboard to go to top front right and then D for fit scene. This will be the crankcase eventually. Then I will left drag a cylinder and drop it here, and this will be the piston rod outlet. I press D for fit scene. And I will change the diameter to the right diameter later, but I will make it a little bit smaller like so. And then I will save this camera angle so that it will be fast and easy to come back to this camera position. So I'll come down here, click on this button here, save camera, and I will call this piston rod outlet, like so. And then I will add a cylinder up here, but this time I will right drag a cylinder, drop it here on the midpoint. Make sure that I drop it as innovative part so that it will be a separate part in the scene. And I will leave it as it is because we're coming back to change that size and diameter and so on. Then I move to this side of the crankcase and I will right drag an extrude shape here and I will drop it somewhere between this point and this edge. So I will drop it here, drop it as innovative part, go to IntelliShape level, select this height handle and type 3 for the thickness. Then I right click here and push to change the width, and I will grab this handle to change the length to somewhere between 90 and 95, something like this, and then deselect, select it in part level, turn on the tribal, grab this handle and move it in front of the crankcase like so, and this will be a bearing holder eventually. Then I will right drag another cylinder, right drag, drop it here, drop it as innovative part, change the size of it like so, and also the diameter. This will be a bearing holder. Then I will right drag another cylinder, drop it here on the midpoint as innovative part, change the length a little bit like so, and this will be the flywheel. So I will also save this camera angle, come down here, click on this button to save camera, and I'll call this flywheel. Then I press I on the keyboard to go to this side, and I will right drag a cylinder here as well, right drag cylinder, drop it here, drop it as innovative part, change the size and the diameter. This will be a crank disc, so I will save this camera angle as well, move the camera so it has this angle or position. Then I click this button to add camera, crank disc, and hit enter. Then I will move the camera to this position so that we see this side of the crankcase, because the crankcase needs a cover. So I will right drag an extrude shape, drop it on the midpoint, drop as innovative part. I will change the thickness to 4. Then I will have to make sure that it will fit exactly to the side of the crankcase, so I will use the handles and the shift key to snap to the sides here, so it will have the exact same size as the crankcase, like so. And I will also save this camera angle. Come down here, click this button, call that cover. Then I press I on the keyboard, fit scene. So if you have done everything right, you should now have 7 parts here in the scene browser. Then I come up here to save, and I will save it in a new folder called the folder Stirling engine. Open the folder and save the scene as Stirling engine. And hit enter. Like so. And then we will continue in the next video.